Hi there, welcome to my channel where I interpret the cards to provide insight into your life. If you're new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you're here, I believe you're meant to be here. So take what resonates and what applies to your life and discard the rest. If you do enjoy this reading or if it does resonate with you, don't forget to hit the like button, comment down below, and subscribe for more. This is Thought Flow Glow Oracle. If you're looking for my other channels, the links are in the box below. Alrighty. So, with the cards that I have out so far, it looks like you're coming across as someone who you are like transforming others with this death card here through your own personal evolution. Like, it looks like you're someone who is focusing on your own dreams, what you really want for yourself, and you're really just going after it. Some of you, you're even going after it at all costs, or like with this attitude of winning, like winning at all costs. With this Five of Swords here, like you're doing whatever it is that needs to get done to move forward. Some of you may even be thought of as ruthless, but those are just people who say that are people who either admire you or envy your ability to be able to push forward in the way that you are doing. With this Page of Pentacles card here, I can see that you want more for your life. You're not someone who is just sitting around being lazy or sitting around daydreaming, thinking about what you want for your life. I feel like you're someone who is actually going out there and taking action. Like, I feel like there's something that you really truly want in your life at this time, and you're not sitting around and just waiting for it to come to you. Like, you're actually taking the necessary steps to get you closer to that goal. With this Four of Wands card here, it's telling me that you're a very stable person. So I feel like you could be like a Taurus or maybe a Capricorn, or maybe have that in your chart somewhere, because there is that stability that I'm seeing for you. But then there's also this vibe of you being celebrated. So people are already admiring you and admiring your strengths and your capabilities and your drive and your enthusiasm and your ambition and your motivation. People are kind of wondering, like, where do you get this from? Like, where do you get this excitement for life, or this enthusiasm, or this will to get things done in areas that maybe they don't have the will to or the strength to get it done? With this Five of Wands card here, you're coming across as someone who has passion for what you do, for who you are, and you are not afraid of competition. Like, you don't shy away from a good fight. Like, you put yourself out there. You're not afraid to do that. You're not afraid to speak your mind, maybe. You're not afraid to sort of like bulldoze through something. And the more you move through life, the more confidence and value and self-worth and self-esteem that you're gaining, that you're feeling for yourself with that Queen of Wands card there. So with all of this power that you have, all of this enthusiasm, this love for life, this inspiration that is like being generated from within and moving you forward, you are inspiring other people. You're transforming them just by them witnessing you and being in your presence. There's something about your energy that it's very big, bright, bold, and powerful. That's who you are within. And with this Queen of Wands card here, you're coming across as someone who believes in yourself 100%. You always believed in yourself 100%. Like, you've never had a doubt in your bones about anything that you wanted to do in your life. So you're coming across as someone who's very, very powerful. What else am I seeing? With that Knight of Pentacles card there, it just looks like you want the best for yourself. You want the best. Yeah, you want the best for yourself. You're not afraid to go after it. You know what you deserve. You're not afraid to get your hands dirty. And this is why people are celebrating you. They're either envious or they are admiring you, or maybe even both. With this Death card here, it looks like you've gone through some kind of transformation. You may have dove deep into the shadows of who you are and your personality. You weren't afraid to do that. It looks like you were able to maybe like admit some things to yourself or to see things from different perspectives. It's like you weren't afraid to get your hands dirty when it came to getting to know who you truly are. I heard who you truly are behind the mask. So what's coming through is that it's possible that maybe you realize that you were wearing a mask, or maybe you were influenced by others, or maybe you were chasing after something because maybe society told you to chase after it. Because it feels like you were always competitive, you were always like bold and confident, but maybe you were going after things that weren't really where your heart was, and that could be part of this transformation that I'm seeing. Like, it just looks like you are learning like where your heart is, what you really want out of your life, and you're going after that, and you know that you can do that. You know that you're capable. You know that you have the potential to achieve whatever it is that you put your heart to. People believe in that for you as well. There's people who are supporting you, but even if they don't support you, you're supporting yourself. Especially with that Five of Swords card there. You may have always felt like you needed to support yourself. You may have always felt like you were alone in something. It's possible that growing up, you kind of felt like your friends were competing with you, even though you were never competing with them. Maybe you were competing with actual, like, true competition, or trying to get ahead in life, but not competing with your friends. But maybe your friends, maybe even your family members, were trying to compete with you on a level that you didn't quite understand. And it's because of your confidence. It's because of this big, bold energy that you give off. But I'm seeing that there was some kind of transformation, or you could be going through some kind of transformation that is allowing, how do I put this? Like, there's some kind of softness that I'm picking up on. So maybe you're realizing that you have a very intimidating personality, or maybe you're starting to understand how like powerful you are, and you're starting to see yourself from the perspective of others. And through that realization and through that awareness, it's like you're able to soften it up a little bit. Like you are developing some kind of charm or charisma because you're starting to understand your power. And through that, like, people are less competitive with you. Like, people who you're not competing with, like friends and family, they're understanding that you are not, like, it's not necessary, that they don't have to do that, that you have love for them, that you're not trying to outdo them. But I just feel like there's some kind of transformation or realization or awareness that is affecting how people see you. Because I feel like you're also coming across as someone who people may have thought you were egotistical, or like had a big ego or something, but you never saw that in yourself. You could be like the sweetest person or the kindest person, or maybe the most loving person, and all you're trying to do is just live a good life. Maybe you weren't aware of how you were coming across, but it's like now through this transformation, you're starting to understand it, and people are more open to you. They're less intimidated. But also through this transformation, you are encouraging them to transform and to see themselves in a different light as well. So maybe you're helping them to see or to understand, like, why were they so envious in the first place, or why were they feeling this way towards you in the first place. You're also encouraging people to follow their dreams and to be more confident and to go after what they want, because now that they're able to see you in a different light, like now that they're no longer competing with you, they're able to learn from you. They're able to not be blinded by something, because I think they were blinded by your boldness, maybe your like fiery energy or some passion, your enthusiasm, and they didn't see it in themselves. But now it's like they're able to see everything that you have and to see it as their potential. It's like you are their golden shadow. And you're just going to keep moving forward, and you're going to continue to get better and better, because like every day you're getting better and better. You're becoming more and more confident. There's people who are waiting to celebrate you. There's people who don't know what they're missing out on because they haven't met you yet. And that kind of feels like you are meant to shine your light. I'm drawn to all of this yellow, this golden energy. It feels like you were meant to be bright for others. You were never meant to dim your light. I think you were meant to understand your light so that it could be projected differently, maybe less aggressively. Another thing that just came through is that, because I think I mentioned maybe you kind of felt like you needed to protect yourself your whole life. And I feel like that energy, like it affected the way, I don't know how to really explain this, but it's like it affected the way that people saw you, and that could be why they were feeling competitive towards you, or it's like that's why they were intimidated by you. But now that you are starting to understand that people are not out to get you, because through your confidence, you're understanding that it's like you're learning who you need to compete with and who you don't need to compete with. And you're starting to see yourself in a different way. And because of that, you're less of this forceful energy. It's like you're less of this forceful like train or bulldozer that just rams through things because you felt like you needed to. It's like now you're starting to see that that's not necessary, because that power, it's like your spirit goes ahead of you, and it's like it does something for you before you even get there. And you're starting to realize that you have this energy about yourself. So like you have this power already. You don't need to how do I say, like, you don't need to try hard. You don't need to try. It's already there. So when you try, it's extra. It's extra, and it puts this force on people, and they feel scared, or they feel like you're competition. But once you realize and you see that you don't have to try so hard, you can relax, and that powerful energy that you have, it's like doing the work for you that you thought you needed to try hard to do. That was a lot. Hopefully that made sense. Alrighty. Let's dig into a different deck here. Let's see what other information wants to come through for you. Your higher self is drinking tea and watching you spiral. I feel like this kind of confirms what I was just saying about like how your spirit like moves ahead of you. Like your spirit wants you to know that, hey, like you don't even have to do any work. Like we're going to do it for you. So when you're working too hard, your spirit is like, okay, like you're overworking yourself when you don't need to. Just let us know when you're ready and we'll take care of it for you. That's how I feel like your spirit is feeling towards you. And then the next card here, you're not in a soul contract, you're in denial. It's just denial, soul contract, denial. I don't know, I feel like this is kind of speaking to the part of you that felt like you needed to like put in the work, or it's the part of you that felt like you needed to try hard. Because part of me feels like you kind of knew all along, like internally, like intuitively, that you didn't have to do that. And maybe that's the part of you that was in denial. Like the part of you that was like, no, like I have to be forceful, or I have to try really hard to win. But I think your spirit kind of knew all along, or you knew intuitively all along, that like it doesn't have to be that hard. It can be easy. So I feel like this is the transformation that you're going through, or that you are sort of moving through at this time. Like you're starting to understand yourself a little bit more. And at the same time, you're still continuing to chase after your dreams, and you're still continuing to, like, I feel like you are, how do I say, like you're still allowing yourself to be competitive and to fight for what you need to fight for, and to not back down, essentially. But it's in a different way this time around. It's a different, there's something different about it. Like I feel like there's some kind of example trying to come through of sports, like an athlete who has a chip on their shoulder and they were just being super aggressive on the court, but they didn't have to be because they were already good. But then that athlete went through some kind of transition or some kind of awakening, maybe even a spiritual awakening, and they realized, wait a minute, I'm already good. Like I'm still gonna play hard, but I don't need to be that aggressive. Something like that. Okay, I think I'm gonna end the reading there. Hopefully you've enjoyed this. Hopefully it resonated with you in a positive way. Hopefully you got what you needed from this. If so, if you enjoyed it, if it resonated, don't forget to hit the like button. Comment down below to claim the energy if you want to, or share your story. Subscribe for more. Check out my other channels. Check out my playlists. And hopefully I'll see you again in the next one. So until then, take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.